Hey, Memphis Mafia kid, we're here on Super Bowl Sunday, and I'm getting ready. Gonna go over to my buddy Chris's house and watch the old game today. And I know I'm probably gonna upset a lot of California people, but I'm gonna have to pull for Cincinnati. I like old Joe Burrows, and I think he's gonna do the job today. So my prediction is gonna be Cincinnati by 3.
Okay.
And with that, hey, let's roll into some more questions, Teresa.
All
I know
right.
you really care about the game.
I am. You know what? I am looking forward to it because you're going over there, and I'll have peace and quiet, and I can read my book. It'll be great.
I don't like football. It's boring.
It is boring. All right. First question from Michael from Philadelphia. During your years growing up, did you ever have to get in fights defending Elvis?
You know y'all just keep coming with the great questions, and as soon as they hit, it just, you're damn right, we did. Of course, back in those days, I mean, and probably still is, but in the 70s and 80s, there's just some places you didn't go with family. You didn't talk about family, your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, any of your family. Them was fighting words. And sure, we deal with life. Oh yes, I got one coming up. But I'm gonna, because Teresa's getting on to me.
Drives me nuts.
Lord have mercy, mercy. But yeah, I can remember, especially in school. Sure, I mean, you always have that one a-hole, and you know, something's going to be said, and not that they had to really like Elvis, like I said, but during that time we were young, full of spunk, and hey, we would throw down in a New York minute over Elvis or any of our family, and I guess still would today. We're just older and don't know how much we'd actually throw down without having to take a lunch break. But with that, hey, let's move on to another.
All right, Crystal Wiggins. Do you think Elvis would have been interested in electric vehicles?
Wow, and once again, I mean, I can't, and I know where you're going. All I can tell you is what I would think and feel, and I wouldn't say he'd dislike them, but I just don't think he would be into them. I don't know that they would make one sharp enough, cool enough, or fast enough to be Elvis's style. I mean, but you know, it's possible. But in my opinion, I think he would have stayed with the gas-powered myself.
Okay, this one's from our friend Vicky C. Did you notice in the last few years of Elvis's life, health conditions, mood changes, or lifestyle changes?
Yes, I mean, and I guess a little all of them. The main thing as a teenager that I noticed was lifestyle, I guess, differences. He just kind of changed somewhat, I guess maybe you could say, and more of just wanting you know, certain people around him, and not really he didn't really get into some of the older things that he got into, like I talked about with the fireworks and stuff. You know, the last time it was just I mean, he was into it for a little while, and then but yeah, to answer your questions, yeah, not really till later did I notice. As a matter of fact, Tracy, you know, we was talking about it watching the last concert a couple months ago. Just we actually was watching a clip from when he did Unchained Melodies and Hurt, and you know, it really wasn't until the end that I know. I mean, Elvis just always was Elvis and looked good, but really, I guess that I took a deep look and thought, well, you know, not that he didn't look good, he did, but I mean, you could tell, and like we've said, you know, Elvis was human and had his problems, but I mean, he always still was Elvis, and looked good to me. So
All right. From Kathy. Do you think Elvis would have gone on to produce his own music later in life?
There's another that again, I do know that I've heard from Daddy and Mama and others that it had been talked about. I think had he maybe gone on later and he could even possibly done his own record label or whatever. So the possibility was out there. I knew that at times he had thoughts of it, and had he ever, well, hey, could he have really got any bigger? But there again, he's Elvis Presley, so I hope that answered your question.
All right, Texas Ray asked, what did you think of the Kurt Russell Elvis movie?
We've talked about this. It's been way back on some of our earlier videos, but as far as the movie, I'll be honest, I haven't seen an Elvis movie that was right on T or that close. I mean, I've seen some good ones. As far as Kurt Russell playing the part as Elvis, I thought Kurt did a good job. And it's like I've said in the past, I like a lot of Kurt's movies, acting. And I think he's a wonderful actor. But like I said, as far as movies itself, I'm hoping to see what this new one's about, and maybe it gets a little more to, I hope I'm explaining it right, to the T, or more to the Elvis.
The true life.
Yeah, that Elvis was. But, I mean, I'm not saying any of them were bad or anything like that. I'm just saying that, they just, to me, wasn't the Elvis that we knew, I guess would be put to words.
Okay. Tina Pascal, what was the timeline of where Vernon and Sandy lived?
I'm assuming you're talking when they were together. When Vernon and Sandy, when we lived up there, they lived in the Dolan house. And sometime, I can't tell you exact date, but sometime after Elvis passed away, I know they moved up to the apartment at Graceland. And that's where, and we had moved to, like I had told you, Horn Lake, Mississippi. And, me and Rory were still hanging out and doing things. And when I drove to Graceland, I've talked about that before, that's where I would actually go up and pick him up at Graceland at the apartment, and sometimes go in and see Uncle Vernon and Sandy, and sometimes Laura would be there. But I guess that's what you're meaning with the timeline. So they lived at the Dolan. If they lived somewhere before, I don't remember it. I always remember them being at the Dolan house and then moving up to the apartment at Grayson. So,
Sharon Matthews, did you know you look like you're washing your hands when you talk, and your daddy does the same thing? I agree, because it's annoying. You look like you're up to something. It's all hee.
Well, let me see. The last time I checked, to both of y'all and anybody else, they're my hands. And if I want to wring them or wash them, no, I'm just joking with you. I never really did notice it, but and that's a great question when you sent it in.
I'm glad you did, because he won't listen to me.
It makes me laugh and tickle. But yeah, Daddy does, and I guess I get it from him. But we try not to. But as we talk, it's
Y'all talk with your hands.
So hey, if I do the
I'll be back here.
The hand washing or the waxing on or waxing off. Teresa will keep on continuing giving me her dirty looks.
I'm gonna get a bullwhip.
Which I ignore. which I ignore anyway, because I see it every day.
Maybe one of them dog shot collars.
But no, that was a great question. Did tickle me, and I appreciate you noticing. I'll try not to as much.
Thank you.
But I can't guarantee any dang thing.
All right, Connie Presley wants to know, how many cars did you have as a teen, and which was your favorite?
I'm sitting here thinking, I know one, let's see, do I get 1, 2, 3, 4? I'm thinking 3 or 4. I know I had 3 for sure. I can't remember on the one. I think I was still a teenager. But but out of those, my favorite was the picture that I showed you of my '73 Nova. It was kind of a toss-up. I had a '73 El Camino too that I really loved. Kind of a toss-up. Here we go with the hands, but we're gonna go with the Nova and the El Camino being second.
What were the other two?
The Vega was the first one, the little red car that Elvis rode in. And then I had when I got rid of the El Camino, I was in the military. Mom and Dad, I think they traded it for me, and it was a AMC Concorde. But like I said, during those 10 years, it was definitely my Nova, and then my El Camino come in a real close second.
I like this name here. Matt the Gooner
Excuse me.
wants to know, did you ever hear Elvis sing in the shower?
Oh, hear Elvis sing in the shower. No, I never, I mean, I've got to answer this honestly, never was around when Elvis sang in the shower. That is a great question.
Or was in the shower?
And you know, that might be, yeah, if he was in the shower, that might be a great question for Linda Thompson or Priscilla maybe. But I never heard Elvis singing in the shower, but great question.
All right, last question today is from Kenneth Salyers. Do you remember seeing Elvis drive the famous pink Cadillac, and did you ever ride in it?
I do not remember seeing him drive it or be in it. I know that, and I know they had the one that he got his mother was still up at Graceland, and I know we thought it was cool, and it stayed up there under the carport area, and it was just a beautiful car, and we'd eye at it every time. But actually, to be honest with you, never got inside it. I never rode in it, and never seen Elvis in it. I'm sure Daddy has, and other people, but I do not remember that. It was a beautiful car, and like I said, that was his mother's, and he kept it. And you wasn't told, but it was just feeling you kind of knew not to get in it or really mess it with it. But I sure remember looking at it a lot of times and thinking, man, that is one sharp car. One beautiful car.
What you got there?
Oh, yeah. I want to say, hey, to my buddy Arkansas Dave, appreciate the Elvis knife. And I'm not sure why, Dave, you sent me a purse, but it does match my shirt. No. I know who you sent it to.
Yes, thank you, Dave.
And
that's funny.
You know,
I tried to find you a spring wallet at the flea market yesterday, but you didn't like any of them.
Yeah, but I think old Arkansas Dave's trying to get a little something going here. Like we ain't got enough purses.
I have enough purses.
But
I do.
Once again, hey, we appreciate you,
yes,
buddy.
Thank you.
Look, we appreciate each and every one of y'all. And two, I'm going to start writing down and passing on some of y'all's questions that mainly that I see that would be good questions for Mom and Daddy, or you can send them to them at their channel, Elvis Fans Matter EFM, and
post it in the comments
yes,
under their videos,
just like you do ours,
yeah.
and we'll get your questions answered. I appreciate you sending them to me, but like I said, I'm gonna start passing some of the ones that they can better answer than I can. But with that, hey, y'all hadn't subscribed to our channel, please do. And let's enjoy this year.
And happy Valentine's Day to
yes,
everyone. Tomorrow's
Valentine's Day.
Yes.
And just like Christmas present,
you already got
Teresa's looking at her Valentine and y'all tell me, could she get a better one? Hell no.
I better. I better.
Well, it's always spin. But hey, seriously, y'all.
Don't say that's not true.
Appreciate the questions. Keep sending them. Keep watching. And remember, me and Teresa have a little saying on this channel. And what's that, Teresa?
We
always live Elvis.